Looking for a new career? Welcome to Do HVAC Training Service Center in North Charleston. Enroll today in our comprehensive HVAC training hands-on field experience-based program, covering troubleshooting, maintenance, installation, and more on various HVAC systems and ductwork. We offer EPA and NAEP preparation and testing, along with various certifications. Enjoy payment options. Take advantage of their November specials. Achieve certification in under 5 months. Enroll now for your new journey of skill development and career advancement. Log on to DEWHVACTrainingSC.com to inquire.
Wells Fargo presents one of the surest ways to grow your money. A Wells Fargo CD account, where you can earn a 5.00% annual percentage yield on an 11-month term with a minimum opening deposit of $5,000. Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/CD rates to open a CD account and start growing your savings with us.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
And now, welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. Please welcome the creator and host of Story Smash, Christine Blackburn!
Blackburn. You guys are here on an amazing night. Wait till you see who is playing this game. And we're going to get started right away by revealing the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, including topics like calling beer, drunk tanks, birthdays, and school days. The contestant will come up and tell their true story, and they've got to keep an eye on the clock. You see the clock right now, they don't want to go over their time, because if they do, they're going to hear this. They're going to hear something, and it's not good. Something like that. Wow. Okay, that's matched. Excellent. All right. You guys, we're going to have a great time tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. Let's get started right away. Oh, I wanted to tell you, there's 12 permanent topics on the wheel, like I said. And there's another topic that says free. If the contestant lands on free, they can choose any topic on the wheel. And then there's 3 spaces that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, and they always do, then you guys will shout out your storytelling topics, and one of our expert judges will choose it to be the contestant's topic. All right, you guys, speaking of expert judges, let's get started right away. Our first judge coming to the stage is a writer who wrote an Emmy Award-winning Modern Family for its entire 11-year run. He's also the author of this book, I hold in my right hand. Oh, he started it, My Twitter War with Trump. He's a 5-time Emmy Award winner, and he'll never let us forget it. Put your hands together for Danny Zucker!
Wow!
All right, guys. This next expert judge, oh my gosh, she's a New York Times best-selling author, an actress, and an activist. She's written for the New Yorker, New York Times, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, Los Angeles Times, Los Angeles Magazine, and Hadassah, amongst other publications. She's got 5 books, and this one right here, I hold in my right hand. She won, it was a New York Times bestseller and a Thurber Prize finalist. Whoa. So I see you made an effort. And she also has her latest book. It's called You're Leaving When? Adventures of Downward Mobility. She was a longtime co-host of the fan favorite Dinner and a Movie on TBS, and she's a regular commentator on NPR. Please welcome the very talented Annabelle Gerwin! All right, you guys, this final judge is a comedian and a performer who's been dubbed the smartest man in the world. And that's actually the name of this podcast, The Smartest Man in the World. You've seen him perform regularly all over the world, and he appears on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Right now touring all over the country. Please put your hands together for the very talented Greg Proops. Woo! Oh my God! All right, you guys. It's so exciting to have all 3 of you judges here. I want you to know that we're going to play 3 rounds of the game tonight. Danny, you're familiar.
Yes, remind me of that.
Okay. The first round, the contestants need to come up and tell a true 1-minute story. I know. Second round, 2-minute story.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Okay.
And then 2 contestants will enter the final round. And the final round is a 3
20
minute,
minutes.
3 minute start. There's also an audience member playing tonight. I don't know who it is yet, but usually that goes quite well, doesn't it, Danny?
No. The train wreck.
These guys will be judging on 3 things tonight. They're going to judge on the ability to stay on the topic.
That's hard.
That is hard. The story itself
And swimsuit.
and swimsuit. That's right.
We don't do that anymore.
Oh, I know.
We don't.
Okay.
Me, we don't.
Okay. Woke.
So you guys, the ability to stay on top of the time and the story itself, that's what you guys are judging on. And please remember, contestants, we do fact check every story. All right.
All right. I'm judging on hidden talent. So there's a lot of room for exploration.
I'm judging on fashion choices.
That's right.
Greg wins.
I know. You don't love this jacket. Wow.
Something restrained for the holidays.
All right, you guys, we're going to start right now. We're going to pull out the name of the first contestant coming to the stage. Remember, this is not an easy game to play, so please give them all the love you have. All right, you guys, this contestant is a storyteller, a comedian, and an actor. She's performed in almost every club, theater, and corner cafe in Los Angeles. You've seen her on many TV shows and heard her on hundreds of radio commercials. Lisa is also the creator of the chart-topping podcast, Project Woo Woo. Put your hands together, the very talented Lisa Orr.
Leo.
Good God.
Mom. That's a pretty good, that's an easy
Which
topic.
one is it?
Okay, say, what's the topic we can't say? Oh.
Wow.
It should be wow.
Whenever you're ready, Lisa, the clock will start.
All right. So my mom, she was so amazing. When she was dying, she actually called her own hospice. She took the agency to go, I'm dying. I'm just going to call hospice. And I remember I was at the mall and I called her. She goes, come home. I called hospice. I'm like, what? And I went to her house and she was like, Lisa, honey, I just, there's a few things you need to know. And I was just in tears because I was like, what is she dying? Like, she knows she's dying? And she's like, Lisa, honey, I just want you to know, if I'm unconscious longer than 3 weeks, could you please color my hair? And I was like, oh, okay. And then what happened was she was unconscious for maybe 3 days. And this beautiful woman came from the hospice center, and I think it was my mom's god. She had braids and everything. And she came in and she talked to my mom, and then my mom passed away right after that.
Wow. Okay. This is 6 seconds. A few seconds to spare. But I think it was very good. But the beginning, the middle, and the end, Danny Zucker.
That was hysterical. I mean, we heard the broad dying mom at hospice comment so many times. I'm just teasing. That was a great story. Getting nail it out. And I loved it. And I'm sorry about your mom.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Annabelle Gurwitch.
I was a little worried about where the story was going when you said she called hospice, because it sounded to me like calling hospice, like bingo. I don't know, sort of like it was doing a different way. But it was a lovely story, and I think that was really interesting that God has braids.
Yeah, that's so
I
too.
feel like that was the clue for you.
Rainbow braids.
Rainbow braids?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really interesting. I feel like now when I walk through West Hollywood, I will be feeling like I'm seeing God all the time. Now I have context. So I appreciate that.
All right. Greg Proops.
I thought it was beautifully heartfelt and also smacked of that, Junot Diaz kind of fantasy realism thing that kept me going through the final parts of it, and I thought made it extra beautiful because, yeah, a flight of fantasy for me, Eloise.
All right, big round of applause. Resort. Wow. That was a very nice way to start the show, wasn't it, you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really thought that was nice.
Yes.
All right, you guys, come to the stage right now. Oops, let me open this thing up right here. Hang on, here we go. Oh, all righty. This guy, you guys, he's an LA native. He's the one. That's right. He's from downtown Los Angeles, Pico Union. I didn't know that was a place, but I guess it is. He's also a comedian. He performs comedy all over town. Please put your hands together for Beto Urias. Beto!
A lot of guys are being here. They're amazing. So, free.
Oh, free. That's exciting. You can choose anytime on the wheel.
I'm at billiards. A little low-key secret about me.
Wait a minute. What's the topic?
Billiards, pool.
But it has to be on the wheel.
I thought from like. I think Holly Weird.
Okay, Holly Weird. There we go.
It's going to be about builders still.
Yeah.
So was the whole wheel spinning thing a farce? What happened just then? Oh, I see. Oh, I can't see a bloody thing from over here.
See, I didn't know that was free space. I thought that was like free as a state of being.
Right?
Or free as in free objects. But no, free spin. Okay.
By the way, this counts against your bet.
Yeah, I was pretty good at billiards, and then they took me to the hills where I snorted coke, and I just kidding. It's a bunch of truths. My neighbor's Holly Weird, so got it more. This will count as an accolade, as a credit. So it was a test, you know. How do you think it was a test? He said it counted against my time. Apparently it didn't, which is great.
What makes your neighbor so Holly Weird?
Because he's so shy. Just kidding.
We've never done this before,
No,
but I want to start over.
All right, we're
Because I
gonna
feel like
start
we
over.
fucked it over.
That's right. Okay. No, we fucked you up, Beto. We messed you up. Huh?
Because it was free?
No, because we were talking when you got. So it's Holly Weird.
Holly Weird, we're gonna start over. This is exciting.
Okay, look at that.
Unprecedented.
Well, this is considered Holly Weird in my mind. Like Silver Lake, it's very Holly Weird. But my friends call it Holly Weird as well. It's a very long term from the 1970s, I believe, when people would just take LSD in the hills while playing billiards. And, you know, they're like, oh, I'm in Hollywood. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of Holly Weird. I've been watching a lot of Mad Men as of late. And that's very Holly Weird itself. That's about it. Thank you.
All righty then. I think it helped, Danny, but it was a nice idea.
I mean, it's not to say.
What did you think?
Well, I thought it was sort of a freestyle beat poet. Same sort of like free association, Mad Men, Holly Weird, In the Hills, Wilder. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I felt you're meditating on it.
I am. That's part of the Holly Weird spectrum. So, medicine.
Okay, Poop Dog.
I feel people put too much emphasis on, filling in every gap in a story. I think you really need that. Shakespeare said, draw him onto pleasures. And I think that's what we're talking about here. It's a lot of your job, during, Beto, to fill in a lot of what would normally pass as a story.
Okay, Danny Zucker.
The thing.
Give it to me, where?
No, I mean, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
Lions, let me hear it. Hello, the Lions. All right, guys. Oh, I pulled up the audience center. So now we're going to get the Story Smash Can of Truth up here. And Danny, you're going to pull out the name who is coming out from the audience to play the game.
I am?
And we're going to give them a bunch of love. Annabelle, anybody. Here we go.
Oh,
Who's playing the game tonight?
I just did it.
Where's the habit?
I'm so, let's see.
Erica Bloomfield. Come on down.
They're not real.
Holiday.
Okay.
Oh.
I feel like he personified Holly Weird. Okay.
But your holiday.
Your holidays. So when I was living in New York, it was the Republican National Convention, and I was broke as so broke. I was not a Republican. I wanted to go on a vacation though, and so I did it. Don't hate me, but I did it. And it was we had to hobnob with sports heroes who were Republicans. And then there was this big nightclub event where Leonard Skinner was playing. And I didn't know that they were alive, So, so that was a surprise. And I kept kind of getting in trouble. I was talking back to people or whatever. So the guy in charge put me by the buffet during the event. And it was hot and miserable. I decided the bar was a much better place to go. And I got very, very drunk. And then I heard Ann Coulter was there and I found her.
Just sensational. First of all, you had me at Republican National Convention in New York. A lot of people think that it all started in 2016, but it didn't. It was so before that. And also, the last line had such what was it? I found
Ann Coulter.
her. Yeah, there was a finality to that. That was it's exciting.
Danny Zucker.
Yeah, kind of ended like The Sopranos.
Just stop.
And honestly, my favorite holiday was always the Republican Convention. I remember the Republican Convention thing. Newt Gingrich would come and all of it. Yes. No, it was look, it was definitely, it was better than the last one. And, interesting details. I'd like to hear about your time with Ann Coulter at some point.
Maybe the second story. Maybe. You don't know. All right, Annabelle.
Well, I really love your story because I felt like I understood that you worked the Republican convention to go on holiday, right? Okay, I got it. I know there were a couple of words left out, but I understood it. I feel like you couldn't even get it all out because the horror of the Republican convention took some words from you. And I particularly like the observations that Leonard Skinner, wait, is that a person or I know it's a band, but is that a person as well?
No.
No, it's a group of people that they are alive.
Some.
They were
Some of them are alive.
And they weren't performing. It was a little confusing, but I got it. And then I just felt that the Ann Coulter, the way you delivered that, of having met her, it connected to the Holly Weird, because I mean, it was just so stunning, and that connected to the holiday story because what is weirder than Ann Coulter and holidays are weird and troubling and she's weird and troubling. It all worked for me.
And like the first story, I wish Ann Coulter were dead. So it all.
Erica Blumfield, let her hear it. All right, you guys. This final contestant coming up to play the game. She wanted to be an actor since she was 6 years old. She has been in roughly 100 commercials, and as an actress, she's had recurring roles and guest spots on Modern Family. How about that? Mad Men, Mom, iCarly, The Goldbergs, Community, Ray Donovan, Shameless, and even more. Put your hands together for the very talented Iris Brandon. Iris, gotta tell her what to do.
I'm gonna do it off stage for my Thomas. That was in full spit. Oh,
Mom. Okay.
Again, wow. Okay. So I get adjusting in mic time. Okay, so my mom is the epitome of neurotic, narcissistic, overbearing Jewish mother. And she does have some good quirks as well. She was a whiz at memorizing phone numbers. So we never, and back then, you didn't have Google. So I was getting ready to go to college, and we decided that the colors of my room at my dorm would be black and white. And I needed to get everything to get it all set. And I was missing a bed rest. So I got a black and white comforter that was all checkered, and I got all the cute stuff for my room. And if anybody knows what they're called, it's called a husband. It's got the arms, it's that big pillow. I don't know. So when we couldn't find it anywhere to match my stuff, my mom was like rattling off, oh, why don't you call Bed Bath & Beyond? It's 215 or OR7. Who remembers that? When they use letters instead of tells me the phone number. I call it, and hi, linens. They put me on hold. And I said, Mom, we're here, because, oh, shit, God, I can do it for myself. Hi, I'm looking for a black husband for my daughter. I hung up on her, and she didn't know why.
Wow. Okay, went a little long. Nobody likes that, but it was a good story.
That was amazing. That was a great, beginning, middle, and end traditional story. Fantastic. You're funny. It was good. I loved it. I had a traumatic. When I first got separated and thrown out of the house, I was very sad. I'd never done anything for myself, and I went to Bed Bath & Beyond looking for a paper towel stand, and I couldn't find one, and I started to cry in the store. And a woman who had apparently seen that working at the store was very kind to me and took me around and hugged me, and I realized that's the beyond. Yeah, like that.
I see. Okay. Annabelle Gertwig.
Well, fantastic, as you said, Danny, beginning, middle, and end, the cornerstone to all stories. But I was confused by something. You said she was overbearing and neurotic, like that's not a good thing. I'm going to meditate on that.
I thought it was smashing. You had me with narcissist. What was it? Narcissistic overbearing? Yeah.
Narcissistic. I forgot that one. And what's not true.
And then at the end, I thought you said, I'm looking for a black guy to date my daughter. What is it you said at the end?
Black husband. Because that's what those are called. Those.
Oh, a black husband. That was it.
FYI. She pressed redial, and they hung up again.
So was the smashing noise part of the story? Was that just an awesome sound effect that dropped in there?
That's the end of
No,
the
because
story.
she went over her time.
Okay, wow, everybody, get off my ass. Fucking Christmas, back the fuck off.
Right in, my All righty. Well. This is very exciting. It's we put all 4 names back in the Story Smash Can of Truth. And now we're going to draw the first storyteller for the second round. That's a 2-minute round.
Oh, boy.
Double the fun. Okay, so get ready. Let's see who's coming up. All right, coming up right now for a true 2-minute story, Lisa Orkin. Lisa! All right, guys, let's tell her what to do. Spin that wheel! Spin the wheel!
Holidays. All right. So, grew up in a very, very Christian neighborhood, and we were a Jewish family. And my mom always wanted to celebrate Christmas. And my dad was like, no, we're not celebrating Christmas. And they would have this argument every year. And then one year, my dad said, okay, fine. And he went and bought one of those silver aluminum trees. And then my parents decided to just put blue balls all over the whole thing, which my dad thought, well, that's meaningful. And then, it was like, it was tinfoil, like literally our hands got bloody from decorating. And my brother would be like, it's the blood of all Jews on it. And then we would put it we open the window so it would wink at our Christian neighbor's house across the street. And then one year, my brother's bar mitzvah fell on Christmas, and I think the rabbi did that on purpose because he knew we were celebrating Christmas. And so we basically put the tree up in my bedroom. And then when the rabbi came over, I was like, don't come in my bedroom. Like I couldn't, I was so scared. And then my mother was like, don't tell anyone the tree's in the bedroom, which of course just meant that I would tell everyone that the tree is in the bedroom. And so basically the rabbi said, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, don't go in my bedroom. And he goes upstairs and he goes to the bathroom. He comes out of the bathroom and I'm standing there. There's a tree in my room. It's like, but I'm like, there's a tree. And I took his hand and brought it into my room and I said, I don't know why it's there. I don't know who put it there. I was so upset. And my mother was like, he would have never known. And I was like, I know, but I just couldn't lie to the rabbi. Like, he didn't know that we were bad Jews.
All righty. Now, look at time. She lands on 1 minute and 44 seconds, so she's a little bit short. It has to go into consideration. Annabelle.
Well, first of all, I love your beginning, middle, and end. And I love that you just told us a story which gives us an understanding of why there are therapists that make a lot of money. Thank you.
Greg Fruit.
I thought it was reminiscent of a lot of the tales from the Kabbalah because it had that kind of, right, the Jewish mysticism. And then
there's a story, Tales from the Kabbalah. Why is the rabbi in my bedroom? That's a very
it's my third favorite story from the fourth part of that area. I thought the inability to do evil was illustrative.
Danny Zucker.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I was just thinking here how different that story would have been if you were Catholic or the idea of saying to the priest, don't come in my bedroom. It just has a different overtones. And it's not funny how the small things can shift.
Yeah.
You're amazing. I was going on that story. Good job.
Lisa Larkin. Thank you, Miss Tom.
All right, guys, next week, Philip Roth in it too.
Oh, lots of
Philip Roth. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very.
All right, you guys, coming up right now for a true 2-minute story is our audience member, Erica Plumfield. All right, guys, come back to you.
I believe in you.
There she goes. Spin. Vacation. Okay.
What is it?
Vacation.
Awesome.
So growing up, I was like privileged, and my parents were like beach people, like, Turks and Caicos, and like all these fantastic places, and, your lounge chairs set up for you. But they decided this one year that they were going to go on vacation to Vermont. And like, we went to Ralph Lauren, and my dad got all the right clothes. And we drive in our like Mercedes SL with the top down to Vermont. And so I had gone to camp, and my parents were like, well, we know what to do. We're going to like rent a canoe. And you know how to do that because you went to camp. And I went to Jewish camp for 8 weeks. Like Jewish parents are like, yes, get the fuck out. And it was the best time of my life too. I got to get away from my parents. But anyway, so we rent this canoe. We're like 3 Jews in a canoe. My parents like would not row. They're like lazy, and I'm rowing them. And my mom had like packed a fancy lunch. We had like wraps with like Havarti cheese, you know, like gourmet cranberry relish. And we capsize.
Oh, no.
My mother doesn't know how to swim.
No.
And like my father's like, "Where's your mother? Where's your mother?" I'm like, "Where's this woman?" And then we hear, "I saved the rats."
Wow. Great story. Holy cow. And he landed right on Google. Amazing story. Great proof. Okay, proof.
Yeah. The closing line of both stories, there was Ann Coulter and I found her, and this one was, "I saved the raps." Also, the opening line was, "Growing up, I was like privileged." Just superb.
Yeah, I love that. Great opening line. Danny Zucker.
Yeah, I mean, what's great about starting a story with, like, I was privileged is the audience immediately likes it. But those are hard to do. Like, jokes like that beat is hard to do because you're swimming upstream with that stuff. But you're so fucking likable. And, I mean, are you in the will of this and that? And follow-up question, are you dating anyone? You're amazing. Good job.
Great judging.
Well, first of all, great ending line.
Yeah.
I was a little worried at the time. I felt like this is like some kind of truth and reconciliation kind of panel of the privilege. And it was also an interesting surprise that Turks and Caicos would be contrasted with Vermont and doing a lot of outlet shopping. It's fascinating, the range of subjects and ways you wanted us to hate you.
But we don't.
But we can't.
That's
because
right.
you're such a winning person. And, you had me at she saved the rap. So, really brought it.
Yeah, great. That was great for you. And did I already just see Greg? We did Greg. All right, you guys. Let her hear Erica Buckhill. Way to go, Erica. All right, you guys. Coming up right now for a true 2-minute story is Beto Urias. Beto! All right, you guys. Tell them what to do. Yeah. Wheel.
Give her idea.
Yeah. Ooh, audience. Oh, we love this. We love when it lands on an audience. So you guys get to choose what he's going to talk about. Billiards. Billiards.
Builders instead.
Builders. Break up. No, we already have hospitals. Global warming.
Ice cream.
Ice creams. Sex.
Any of them sound good to you?
9/11.
You're 9/11?
Go with somebody.
I'm not worried at all.
Which topic did we pick?
9/11. He's a 9/11.
Somebody said 9/11. I'm going with that one.
All right, whenever you're ready, we'll start the clock.
Somebody also said fist fights, so I usually get in fist fights with people that don't believe that 9/11 was a disaster. And it's a lot. It's more than I thought. So I gave up on that. You just whatever. I was in third grade, fucking third grade. Miss Fuentes, I said humor. And she used to, very smart. She used to be the only person that let us take naps after recess. Now that I think about it, she was a little tired of herself too, but. So 9/11 happened. I don't know what's happening, dude. It's just everybody's going crazy. I think it was a short day at school. Then it just became a national holiday, I think. So I got older. I got into the whole theories of 9/11. And my English teacher, Ms. Watson, in the 10th grade, she was the first person to go in depth. And she gave me books about it on who really did it. It was a petrodollar, man. God damn it, that's what it is. Jeez. Fuentes, she 9/11, 2003. I didn't know. I don't know. I really, because it never happened. Like, if you really think about it, and once you hang around with highly weird people, no, it just never happened. They did it then. You weren't there. Oh, man. So what happens when you do LSD on 9/11? Thank you, Red Williams.
Okay, let's go. Now, we only went to a minute 40. I know there was more to the story.
That was only a minute 40.
Yeah, you did not take it. Let's go answer the first seconds. Danny Super, what do you think?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, after the first story you told, I was feeling like, I had low expectations. But, man, you took that microphone and you were worse. An interesting guy who gives me hope for the future, I think. Who really glad to. How do you feel it? You good?
Great.
Okay, then I'm good. That's what's important.
Yeah, need someone good. All right, Annabelle Kerwin.
I feel like you took me to a really interesting place that I didn't expect to go tonight. I worry about the future of this country, in particular in terms of education. And I feel that teachers should have the freedom to be, coming up with their own curriculum until now. So you opened my mind.
Try.
Greg Bruce.
Well, I really had never felt the frisson of danger during this show, where I had the overwhelming and creeping feeling that we were all going to be incarcerated before the night was over for some terrible unnamed crime simply by being in the same room and listening. That's where I came. That's what this story gave me. A kind of urgency that I hadn't expected tonight, that I might need to set my affairs in order.
Do that, Jackie.
Beto Urias. Let him hear it. Yeah. That was some story, right, Grady?
Follow that, Iris.
All right, you guys, coming up right now. Tell us two minute story. This is the final story in this round. Put your hands together for Iris Braden. Leo. Did it go all the way around? Oh my God! Wait, spin again. You gotta spin again. It didn't go all the way around.
Oh, okay.
Spin. Now that's a better spin.
Someone told me not to spin too hard.
Drunk tank.
What is
All
it?
right, drunk tank.
Drunk. Drinking
What
story.
is a drunk tank?
Whatever you want it to be, Iris.
Have I ever been drunk before? Just a couple nights ago, I went to an event called, is anybody like Yacht Rock? It's like, yeah. So there's this cover band called Yachtly Crew. They're amazing, and I fucking go to them when I can. And it's fun. You run into exes when you see Yachtly Crew. You run into all kinds of cool characters. And if you're as cool as me, you get one of those little captain hats from the Yeah. So they were playing at the El Rey the other day, night before Thanksgiving, which in my past I used to go to the Jew bashes in Philly or New York called the Turkey Trot. For Christmas, they're called the Matzah Ball. But now that I'm an older lady, I was like, fucking middle-aged Yachtly Crew. So I got tickets. We went to go. I met a friend for drinks first. And I'm a lightweight. I'm 5'11", but I can't handle more than one drink, possibly two. Every now and then there's this Joker wild card thing where I could have 20 shots of tequila. But otherwise it's one or two or hospital. So and don't even get me started when this middle-aged body needed a little leg vein checkout procedure. I warned the doctor's assistant who told me in Russian 75 times that because I'm one of the young people that's in the office, I need to take the, what's it called? The muscle relaxer. And I was like, I can't. I'm so sensitive. My body will shut down. She made me take half of it anyway. And my body shut down. So I can't do drugs. Like I can't. Anyway, back to drinking, which I love. But again, 1 or 2 drinks and my limit. So the other night I had 1 drink. I had 2. I couldn't decide. I had a little old fashioned. I had a little margarita. We had some food. Then we were going to meet more friends to go to Yachtly Crew. And their $50 shots were this big, which makes sense. Normally you share it, but one of my friends was having a hard time and was in a bad mood. So I'm the shot pusher and I already had enough for the night, but I kind of forgot. So I had 2 more huge drinks. Best night. They sang all my jams. And then the problem was that I threw up 8 times.
Oh, wow. All right. Holy cow. I was waiting. When I heard an old fashioned Anna Margarita, my stomach did a little flip. Annabelle.
First of all, this evening has been so enlightening. I didn't know there were so many or any conspiracy theories theorists amongst us, and now I know about Yachtly Crew. What planet have I been on? Okay. Well, I thought, again, you construct a good story, a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I feel a little weird that I do know about your leg vague problem. It was like a little off the story I felt.
I get little interruptions sometimes.
I was right there with you for Yachtly Crew. Sure, right there.
All right, proofs.
I was excited to know there was a Yachtly Crew. I totally started thinking about myself and my own life during it, which is, I think, the best kind of story. And all I could think of was it Steely Dan? Was it Moonlight Feels Right by Starbuck?
They sang that one?
They sang that one, see?
That's amazing.
And that's where... And then by the time you got to the end, it was that abrupt ending, and then I was violently ill to my tummy 8 times, I think was the figure mentioned.
8, yes. Well,
Yeah.
we all heard that.
So I felt that 9/11 wasn't addressed in this story the way I had hoped you'd wind it in. A lot of people don't know the yacht rock connection to it. It was supposed to not be a plane. It was supposed to be a yacht. I'm just saying.
Danny Zucker.
Yeah. And like at no point in that story did I feel like, I've got such a long way to go. Yeah, no, it was great. I would be fascinated to go see Yachtly Crew.
I'll let you know the next time.
Please. And it was, it was a good story. I felt like I wanted more of a surprise at the end, but it didn't happen as a surprise. So you did get drunk, and I want to know what your friend's deep problem was on this night, because that sounds like also good. But I was entertained. You're funny all the way through. You're a funny lady. You know it. You're tall. I know.
Iris break. Let her hear it. Oh, wow. Well. That's a very exciting part of the show where our expert judges are going to take the 4 names in the bucket. They're going to take 2 out of the bucket because only 2 people are going on to the 3rd round. And by the way, this is not just a game show. This game has prizes.
Holy
You
shit.
know that? Yeah.
Unlike a game show.
Yeah, exactly. This is prize tonight, you guys. Who wins this game gets my homemade chocolate chip cookies. Can't go wrong. And so I wanted you guys to know also that this show right now that you're watching will be on the Story Worthy podcast coming up this Tuesday. Yes, I have a podcast called Story Worthy. I've been doing it for over 13 years. And I have made hundreds of dollars. So this will be up on Tuesday on the Story Worthy podcast. And also, we'll be right back here in the Lyric in the last week of January, the last Saturday night of January. Yes, I don't remember the date right now. But anyway, we will be back, and I hope you come back too. And now it's time to hear the 2 names going on right after this intermission.
All right, everybody, welcome back to round 3. Please welcome back to the stage, Christine Blackburn.
All right, you guys, welcome back to round 3. Holy cow, this is exciting. your time because you don't want to go under and you don't want to go over, obviously. Yes, right? Okay, so now the two names are in the Story Smash Can of Truth. Was it a difficult decision, Annabelle?
No.
All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a true 3-minute story is Lisa Orkin. Lisa! Tell me what to do, guys. Neil, there she is.
Great. That was good. No, you used holiday already. Do it, spin
Now
again.
spin it again. Spin, round, wheel, again. Audience, oh my gosh, we love this audience. So let me hear from you guys over here. What would you like to hear? Pats, kidneys,
COVID.
COVID?
9/11.
What do you guys want to hear in here? Prom?
Smelly cat.
Smelly cat?
Assuming I went to prom.
Travel.
Favorite pet.
Favorite pet? How about over here?
Brilliant.
I like favorite pet. I like favorite
Well,
pet.
here's the thing. I think we got pets on the wheel.
Oh.
We got pets on the wheel. We need a different
But do we have favorite pet? Because it might be a pet you don't like.
Well, that's true. What do you think? Should
Let me
we
ask
allow
you.
this?
I mean, what of all those? What was the one you think you can deliver the best 3-minute story?
I could maybe do well with pets. What was some of the other ones? Travel.
Someone said
9/11.
kidney, which
I
is
could
just
do-
weird.
Yeah, kidney. Travel.
Travel. Let's do travel. Is that all right? All right, you guys. Whenever you're ready, Lisa.
All right. So I am a horrible traveler. I don't like to fly at all. I am just a very scared flyer, very freaked out. And I used to take Xanax all the time on flights. And then I would end up making out with like strange people. So I stopped doing that. And I took a course with this guy who was a pilot on how to fly and feel safe flying. And so I did the course. And so he gives you a piece of paper that you give to the airlines when you get to your flight. And I was going to Paris with my daughter. And so I showed them my piece of paper so that I could meet the pilot, because if you meet the pilot, you feel more confident. And so they actually let me meet the pilot. He was French. He's like, "Hello, Lisa, don't worry." And he was really sweet. And we get on the plane, and I'm just like freaking out. And we get up, we like finally get up in the air. We're flying, and then it gets super, super bumpy, like crazy, crazy bumpy. And I am trying so hard to just maintain. And my daughter, who's younger, obviously, because she's my daughter, she's please contain yourself. And I literally feel like I'm having a panic attack. And then suddenly the flight attendant comes over to me and says, "The pilot said that you should have a cookie." And they brought me a cookie. And then at some point, the pilots, they came back again, and the pilot said to me, he goes, the pilot said that you should look, and outside is like a little island, and we can land on that island in case of emergency. And then I thought, oh my God, now I'm really panicking. Oh my God, we're having an emergency. And then I literally started crying so hard.
No.
And my daughter was losing her mind, like really trying to calm me down. And then the flight attendant brought me another cookie. And then it finally started cruising nicely. And then I actually had like hidden Xanax in my purse. And I thought, I need to fucking take the Xanax. So I took the Xanax, but I was so completely crazy that the Xanax didn't even work. It was so bad. And so we finally get all the way to Paris and land. Everything's good. And the pilot comes out and he goes, "Beautiful flight." And I was like, "Yes, it was beautiful. It was beautiful." And then I thought, I'm not flying home. I am not. I'm not. We're going to take a boat home. And I literally started calling places to see if we could take a boat. I just didn't want to fly. And I'm doing better now. I did another system. I listen to meditative music when I fly now. And I'll out loud, I'll just chant out loud, Om Nayo, Om Nayo, Om Nayo, which also makes me look crazy, but it gets me through. And so
Wow. That was a great.
Wow.
Loved it. Great food.
Oh, kittens. I've hardly had time to collect myself. The French pilot part was so sexy that I kind of went off on my own for a while. And then I really liked offering you the island as a way to calm you down. Because that's just sensational. That's like a storybook. Like, we're going to land over there if there's any issues. And the fact that you took it the wrong way says everything about you. I love traveling, so I thought it was very amusing.
All right, Danny Zucker.
Amazing story. So you said you picked the Xanax.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and you based that because you make out with your daughter?
Yes. I was so
Yeah, so you couldn't even do that. Yeah, so that's it's an amazing story. Oh, beginning, middle, and Spirit Airlines, I assume, right?
Yes.
I'm a pilot. I got my pilot's license.
Really?
So I'm the one who always spawns everybody down.
I need you.
I know. But amazing. You're really good at this. That's all this.
All right, Lisa. Hey, hang on. Wait a minute. You have a pilot's license, Danny?
I do. I haven't flown in. I have to go again. I haven't flown in like 10 years. But
Okay.
yeah.
So you have 5 Emmys and you're a pilot.
Yeah. And did you just mention the Golden Globe?
No, I didn't mention all the
That's good, 'cause that embarrasses you.
Yeah, I don't want to bring up all the awards, of course. Annabelle.
Oh, Lisa. Excellent. I really enjoyed the travel. Well, first of all, it was very entertaining story. I too had a je ne sais quoi reaction to the things that I loved. And I did feel like you have a really fun way of telling a story. And I've done a lot of traveling in the past couple years, and your story also made me think about myself, Greg, and I appreciated that. I thought, God, I'm so lucky I haven't sat next to a nutcase. About my good luck. And then back to your story. And I really enjoyed how, it's a funny thing when you're telling a story live and you just say like weird things like, and of course my daughter's younger than me. And I just really enjoyed that because it made me feel like, yes, you are telling a true story in true life time, and nothing was fixed about that, like on a TikTok video that's recorded 1,000 times. I appreciated the live element, the whole thing.
Thank you.
C'est très magnifique.
All right, keep it working. Let her hear it. Lisa. Oh boy. Here's the person right over my right hand who's the last storyteller of the night. They're coming up for a true 3-minute story. And before we get to that person, big round of applause for all the contestants tonight. Dana Elias, Tyler Reagan, Monica Buckfield, of course, Stop. And coming up right now for a true 3-minute story is Iris Braden. Iris! All right, guys, let's tell her what to do. Oh boy, what does it say?
It says vacation.
Oh, vacation. I can't even read my own sign. Okay, vacation.
All right, so I'm going to tell you that I had to label all of the fights with my mom growing up because if I made a name for it, it was good for reference. So we had a vacation. I was meeting my family in Florida for a little Disney trip. My dad was obsessed with Disney. And I was definitely pushing 40, so I was a grown-up at this point. This one I call the mouthwash incident of 2008. It's just all the fights and everything had to be deduced to a label. So basically, my mom controlled it. I never got answers. Like, my mom controls the shit out of me, or did. Oh my God, that was very telling. She still does. But I basically tried to get answers my whole life. And she would, because she was such a control freak and still is, I didn't just get the clarity I needed called communication. So basically, it was our last day there, and I was flying back to LA, and my family lives in Philly. So we were basically going to go do one more day at the Magic Kingdom, and we had to have all our stuff sent for the what are those names? Bellhop, to hide our luggage and put it away. While we could go gallivant for the rest of the day. So I needed to have fresh breath because that's a priority in my life, and I'm really strict about it. I also scrape my tongue and brush twice before I use mouthwash, but I didn't have any left. And my sister had a longer extension on her trip. So I said, can I have some of your mouthwash? My little disposable one that lasted 4 days is gone. So it was a big to do because she's a jabby bitch sometimes. Case again. So she finds a mouthwash. I take it. I put it in a glass. We're in this big suite. I'm in the section of an unmarried person with a pull-out bed. So I in a glass, and I needed to finish my coffee before I switched. So I put it down somewhere, finished my coffee, and then when it was time to go, and everybody's Iris, because it's always Iris's fault if we're behind. I was like, well, where's my mouthwash? And it was nowhere to be fucking found. And I'm like, well, there was a little glass with mouthwash. Where's my mouthwash? And you can't just have a conversation with my family. So I'm asking everybody, where's the mouthwash? I don't know, Iris, I didn't see it. Will you drop the mouthwash? I was like, but I'm just asking questions. If you tell me where it is, if it went off to China for the rest of its life, or it got spilled on the floor, at least I will know. Like, I just want fucking answers. No one knows where it went. It's gone. I don't even see the glass as evidence. I asked my dad. He was like, I don't know. So my dad plays Clueless. That's how he survived among crazy. And anyway, I put in the fucking mouthwash. Lo and behold, I'm freaking out. And my mom literally scolded me with, instead of thinking she couldn't live with herself, that she hit her kid as a grown up, she did that. Anyway.
Oh God, no, we gotta hear this. Come on, Iris. We gotta hear this. What happened?
Yeah.
So basically, I literally 20 years later realized that, is it 20? Whatever, technical. 18, 15, thanks, math. But what happened was I figured out that my dad must have dumped it by accident, but was scared to speak up. And I just made a fight with them, and I ended up not speaking to anyone in my family for 2 years. Really came back. All because of fucking mouthwash. The mouthwash incident of 2008.
Wow. Wow. Great story. I don't know what to say. Stay with us. Danny.
Wow, that's amazing. Because I mean, that's my parents only fought because my dad cheated. So I don't have as intense a reason. Just amazing, and it's so great to hear how much you love your family, and yeah, you're a good storyteller. It's fun. You're fun to listen to.
Take that.
I think your places went wrong.
Yeah.
But other than that, boom.
As a reminder, there are no points in this game. Annabelle.
Oh, Elise. It is because of Lisa's story. But I am thinking of Jean-Paul Sartre, who said, hell is other people. I feel so... First of all, you're so entertaining and so funny. But I do feel like I've had insight into just how odd it is to be human and to be obsessed with things like dental hygiene. And now I know you tongue scrape, which I feel like is more than I know than the man I'm currently living with. I'm just like, wow, that's so deeply personal.
Everyone should tongue scrape. The bacteria lives on your tongue.
Hygiene.
Otherwise,
What am I doing with my
pushing
life?
with
But it's a nicely told story, and you're really good story, and you're really entertaining. And I am really frightened for us all that you didn't talk to your family for how 2 years? 2 years over that incident. Oh, I relate. And again, as Jean-Paul Sartre, yes, it is hard to be human. I feel very contemplative now.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my round of applause. Who scrapes their tongue?
Wait, with what? Okay, just checking. Just checking.
Greg
Right.
Brooks.
And, I think that you have to use something specific with your tongue. It can't just be anything at hand.
Right.
You have to make a lot of decisions and plan.
Yeah, you don't scrape with your
Your tongue
phone.
scraping, yeah, it's not this errant, oh, I just think I should. You have to have, right? You have to have a plan.
And implement, yeah.
There has to be command decisions made. Any story during the holiday that includes not speaking to your family for 2 years is exactly the kind of story that I'm looking for. I wanted to start a channel called the non-Hallmark channel or whatever. The long dark Hallmark channel where your parents are at the end of it and they're dead and you're like, oh my God, they're alive in my dream. And then you wake up and you're like, no, they're fucking dead. And, yeah, right?
Yeah.
I can't see. I'm deaf. I have a dazzling variety of genetic faults, and I blame my fucking parents, okay? I want everyone to know that during the holiday. You think yours are off the hook because you love them and shit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Dad spilled that fucking mouthwash, and he didn't say shit because your mother's an overbearing yanta.
Yeah. He didn't mean to. I forgive him.
You nailed it.
Forgiveness is nice. I'm a comic, not a saint.
Mary's Brady, let her hear it. Wow. Well, this has been very exciting. Holy cow. Let's put a minute on the clock, and the judges are going to decide who's the winner of Story Smash tonight and who is taking home my chocolate chip cookie. As a reminder, we're going to be right back here in the Hyperion in January. It'll be a Saturday night. Come on.
One other.
Be here. All right.
gonna say
Please be here.
I don't know what you think.
Tell somebody, would you? Also, this program that you're hearing right now, if you've enjoyed it, tell
The whole enchilada, is there 3 categories?
podcast.
Well,
Tuesday.
is it-
They're all good.
So excited. All right, so they're still on the clock. All right.
God damn it, we're gonna do it, mine.
No! Hey now, we're getting a little trouble behind me. All right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself, as long as we've got a little time.
La La Land.
I have a dog. I have a
Sorry.
I have a child. They're non-binary. It's very
No,
popular.
I'll put it in. Okay.
I love it. His haircuts are cheaper. I don't have to buy makeup. And it's like having a boy without the video games and the wrestling and the Cresta socks. Pretty great. Pretty great.
But
I defer.
Right up the hill. They gave him the last show, but they didn't, they chose not to come tonight. I don't know what that was all about. But that's my child. By the way, let me tell you one more thing about my kid. They go to an art school and they make films, right? It's LA. It's LA. So they finally asked me to be in one of the films after all this time. And I said, yeah, definitely. I'd love to be in your Halloween film. And then my kid said to me, I just want you to know you're my last choice. That's having a teenager, folks, right there. All right, before we hear the winner of tonight's show, another big round of applause for Danny Zucker, Annabelle Gerwitz, Greg Brooks, and all of the contestants tonight, including Deo Urias, Lisa, Iris, Annabelle. Well, first of all, wasn't it a difficult decision?
This actually was a difficult decision.
It was a difficult decision. We were split. We had some arguing. We offered one of us an island below to go
It
to.
got a little anti-Semitic in a way, also. at
Oh,
point.
no.
It was troubling. There was a conspiracy theory, some mention of yachts.
We're all pretty high on Molly, so it's kind of hard for us to focus.
Right. But we made a decision.
All right, let's hear the winner of Story Smash.
Lisa.
This is seriously as close as it's ever been.
Way to go. What a great job.
Looking for a new career? Welcome to Do HVAC Training Service Center in North Charleston. Enroll today in our comprehensive HVAC training hands-on field experience-based program, covering troubleshooting, maintenance, installation, and more on various HVAC systems and ductwork. We offer EPA and NAEP preparation and testing, along with various certifications. Enjoy payment options. Take advantage of their November specials. Achieve certification in under 5 months. Enroll now for your new journey of skill development and career advancement. Log on to DEWHVACTrainingSC.com to inquire.
Hello, saver. Whether you're saving for that trip to the tropics or saving for an emergency, now is the time to take advantage of Wells Fargo's savings options. Wells Fargo offers savings accounts that can help you save towards your goals. So, what are you saving for? Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/save to open a savings account today.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.